Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Today, we got the 2005 pay-per-view collection. This will be the last complete year I have in the collection currently. I'm only missing a pay-per-view here and there for the remainder years that I am incomplete. So as we complete them, the videos will be uploaded. 2006, I'm only missing the Rumble. So let's get right into this, guys, with the New Year's Revolution 2005. We got a lot to get through here. 2005, we got 15 events. So fairly lengthy year in terms of DVDs. So New Year's Revolution was a Raw event. Not going to run down every single match on every card, guys, but if you'd like to see individual reviews of everything, comment down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment on some of your favorite stuff from 2005. So our main match here would be the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight title. Triple H would become a 10-time WWE champion. Royal Rumble in 2005. Not the biggest fan of this cover here. Forget which movie they were doing a parody of, but you know, it looks cool for a Rumble cover, but I'm just not a fan of it. Because, you know, I'm just not really aware of what they were trying to parody. Got Big Show is bald now. This would be where Batista would win the Rumble match. So, beautiful insert. I kind of like that disc art. Got our World Heavyweight title match. Triple H versus Randy Orton. Triple threat match for the WWE title. Our 30 participants in the Royal Rumble. So, look at this. We got Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit starting out the Royal Rumble. Numbers 1 and 2. Of course, Chris Benoit would win 2004 at the number 1 spot. No Way Out 2005, kind of the cliche cover here with JBL trying to escape the barbed wire steel cage. So, and you check out some of the run times on these, they're, just over 3 hours. And this year, I have all the inserts for these pay-per-views, so pretty cool. This would be a SmackDown pay-per-view with a barbed wire steel cage match for the WWE Championship. This would be an all-right show. 2005, it was on and off for SmackDown the first half of the year. And we had John Cena versus Kurt Angle. WrestleMania 21, I'm not going to get into too much because I did just do a full review for this, but I always felt like there was something missing on this cover. We got our 2 world title matches, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Kurt Angle. And we had Batista and Cena winning their championships, their first championships. This was definitely a rebuilding phase in WWE. 4 superstars were made in one night here, in my opinion, with Batista and Cena winning their first world titles, Edge winning Money in the Bank. We also had Undertaker versus Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, Piper's Pit with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, really good WrestleMania, in my opinion. Backlash in 2005, I did just do a full review of this, so make sure you check that out. Eventually, I would like to, eventually have, full reviews for each year. So, that's something to look forward to. Have full playlists for each year, along with the complete pay-per-view collection video. So it's something to look forward to in the future, guys. So this would have Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan versus Muhammad Hassan and Daivari. Triple H versus Batista. A lot of people enjoyed that. Chris Benoit versus Edge. Shelton Benjamin versus Chris Jericho. Really good Backlash here. You know, Backlash, it was a pay-per-view which usually did fairly well coming out of WrestleMania. Just going to move this over quite a bit. So, also I noticed the spines during this era were getting toned down a bit. You know, most of them are just black with the logo. Black with the logo. We do have a white here with a black logo, but you know, for the most part, they're toning things down. You know, the spines here are reversed. I'm not sure why, if that was a mistake. Not sure. Judgment Day 2005. Let's get through this. Got John Cena on the cover. Really like that reflection of the WWE title. But this would be John Cena's first defense on pay-per-view. I Quit match versus JBL. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. We had a really weird angle between Booker T and Kurt Angle. Very nice insert as well. You know, Booker T and Sharmell were like a thing now in WWE. And Kurt Angle said he was going to, you know, have sex with Booker T's wife. Very, very weird angle. ECW One Night Stand 2005. Awesome show, guys. So no insert with that, but I do love the disc art. Not the best match-wise. I love RVD's promo. Jericho and Lance Storm. Eddie Guerrero and Benoit was fine for me. And then we had Tommy Dreamer and Sandman versus the Dudley Boyz. We also had a beer bash with Stone Cold Steve Austin and JBL shooting on poor old Blue Meanie. Vengeance 2005, Raw pay-per-view once again. Hell in a Cell, Batista versus Triple H. Batista would defeat Triple H 3 straight pay-per-views. Quite a feat, which not many guys have done. So, pretty cool back here. We got, you know, just different screenshots in between the cage. Pretty decent triple threat match for the WWE title. Cena, Christian, and Jericho. Also had Kane versus Edge, Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle in a WrestleMania rematch. Look at this insert. Very, very nice. Alternate discard, which I like quite a bit. We also had a 6-man tag on Raw with Cena, Shawn Michaels, and Hulk Hogan. So we're now building the SummerSlam. This might be one of Christian's last pay-per-views appearances before he went to TNA as well. So Great American Bash 2005. I always thought that was Lillian Garcia, but it's Tori Wilson. Another SmackDown show. I wasn't a fan of Great American Bash during this time, but you know, 2004 was a abortion of a pay-per-view. We do have a pretty cool DVD extra here with from the Great American Bash in 1990. Ric Flair versus Sting for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. We also have Undertaker versus Muhammad Hassan, Batista versus JBL, and Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. Insert looks fairly similar to the back. So it was SummerSlam in 2005. I always feel like there's too much going on with this cover, and at the same time, there's really not much going on here. In my personal taste, I would have liked to see the SummerSlam logo up top, Hogan Michaels bottom. But this was a big match they were promoting. Look at that little versus symbol there. Really, really nice. I always love the blue and green SummerSlam logo. I remember when I first seen that, I think it was SummerSlam 2000, and I absolutely fell in love with this logo, but this is a pretty decent SummerSlam. Nice insert here. Undertaker versus Randy Orton, probably my favorite feud of the year. Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Batista versus JBL, Eugene versus Kurt Angle. Not the best ever, but a ladder match for the custody of Dominic, Matt Hardy versus Edge, and John Cena versus Chris Jericho in a very good match. Pretty underrated match as well, you know. You don't hear many people talk about Cena and Jericho anymore. Unforgiven 2005, pretty favorite of mine. I'd rank this pay-per-view pretty high on my list. But John Cena and Kurt Angle, I think they had a pretty good feud, again, which people don't talk about too much either. But I've always liked their chemistry in the ring, their competitiveness. I thought their styles meshed pretty well. Angle and Cena, my personal opinion, always delivered in the ring. We had a steel cage match, Matt Hardy and Edge. Shelton Benjamin versus Kerwin White, formerly known as Chavo Guerrero, and that would be quickly dropped due to the death of Eddie Guerrero a month later, or a couple months later. And we had Shawn Michaels versus Chris Masters, Ric Flair versus Carlito for the IC title, and John Cena versus Kurt Angle. Also have a couple extras here. 8-man tag team match from Raw. You know, that's one thing WWE really needs to work on these days, is the DVD extras. You know, just throwing the pre-show match on the DVD and calling it an extra really doesn't do much for me. You know, I like seeing stuff like this. Matches from years past at, you know, the Great American Bash 1990. Matches from Raw that, you know, you probably will never ever see. Stuff like that is things I look forward to in DVD releases. No Mercy 2005. We have Eddie Guerrero's final pay-per-view appearance, challenging Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. Awesome cover. Love that No Mercy logo. Kind of remnants a tattoo on Batista. So we had the first ever handicap casket match. That's actually not the first ever one. The first ever handicap casket match happened on an episode of SmackDown back in September of 99. Right before that 6-pack challenge at Unforgiven 99, Triple H had to face all 5 opponents in a specialty match of their choosing. It was supposed to be Undertaker versus Triple H in a casket match. Undertaker walked out. This was right before, you know, his big return as the American Badass. Undertaker walked out, so Triple H had to face Mideon and Viscera in a casket match. So this is a little piece of history for you guys you might not know. So a lot going on in 2005. Bobby Lashley versus Simon Dean. This might be Lashley's first pay-per-view appearance. Fatal 4-way match for the U.S. title. Rey Mysterio versus JBL. The first ever handicap casket match. Juventud versus Nunzio. Batista versus Eddie Guerrero. We also have a few extras there. Teddy Long confronting Eric Bischoff. So on and so forth. Taboo Tuesday 2005. I know a lot of people don't really like these events, but I enjoy them for what they were. This was another Raw pay-per-view. Again, we had the Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Kurt Angle. We had a SmackDown Challenge tag team match. The World Tag Title match, a street fight, Batista versus Jonathan Coachman with Goldust and Vader. We had a Fulfill Your Fantasy Battle Royal with the Divas. Steel cage match for the IC title, which I absolutely love those matches Ric Flair had in 2004 and 2005 here he had a match with Triple H. triple threat match for the WWE title. John Cena, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels. We also have a few extras as well. Survivor Series 2005, we would see the return of the Undertaker. Got the beginning of the end. I like how it's like kind of cloudy feeling to this. I love the classic Survivor Series logo. And it's got like this grayish blue tint to it, which I really like that. You'll see once we get in the insert. We also had a general manager versus general manager, Eric Bischoff versus Teddy Long. Here it is, see how it's like kind of bluish gray. Really like that. We had the return of the Undertaker. We had Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. There's the participants there. John Cena versus Kurt Angle. Edge announces the debut of the Cutting Edge. Ric Flair versus Triple H in a last man standing match. And we had match 1 of 7 of the best of 7 series for the U.S. title. Pretty good Survivor Series. I always liked that event. Finally, Armageddon 2005. I'm not a fan of this cover at all. And continuing it on, awesome event overall. With we had match 4 of the best of 7 series for the undisputed U.S. title. Chris Benoit versus Booker T. I think the last couple matches happened at SmackDown. We had Undertaker, Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell. We had World Tag Team Champions versus WWE Tag Team Champions. Juventud Guerrero versus Kid Cash. Lashley, he's just called Lashley here, versus William Regal and Paul Burchill. So they're giving Bobby Lashley a pretty good push here. So let me know your thoughts on 2005, guys. Let me know some of your favorite events from this year, some of your favorite matches. Take some time and subscribe, guys. We'll talk to you later. Peace!